Good afternoon, everybody. The President, IESL, past presidents, the members of the Council, distinguished guests, parents, awardees, and IESL staff. Thank you for the kind introduction and the opportunity given to me by my mother professional institution. Let me first congratulate all those who are graduating today and those who are attaining or obtaining the professional engineer status, award winners, and especially their parents, relations, families, and well-wishers. It is an honor and a privilege to be the chief guest at the graduation and induction ceremony of the Institution of Engineers, which has a proud membership of over 24,000 and more than 6,000 chartered engineers. And from today, you all are going to be part of that family. Graduation ceremony of IESL is a very special occasion with an opportunity that demonstrates the fulfilling of academic requirements to become an engineer. World over, graduation as an engineer acts as a bridge between the foundation and the superstructure of the formal entry of the engineering career. On the other hand, the IESL induction ceremony symbolizes the formal entry of an eligible engineer into the group of elite engineers having full professional qualifications. Engineers, by contributing to national development and sustenance, form the backbone of a country. The IESL and its membership have been contributing immensely by ensuring the best service delivery to the nation. It has been focusing on the appropriateness of such services, their quality, and the sufficiency of quality of our infrastructure. In the present setting, in which Sri Lanka is facing an unprecedented economic crisis, engineers and the IESL have a very vital role to play. Crisis situation can only be controlled by prudently managing resources by competent professional engineers. However, for engineers to act, it is vital to specify standards, and let me talk a bit about the standards in the identified construction works. Unless standards are specified in detail, no infrastructure or a service can be evaluated for its successful completion or operation. Therefore, all professional engineers who carry out service delivery for any sector must ascertain that the standards of each and every activity are explicit and available. Not only available, but available for a third party to perform a technical audit. Therefore, all those who qualify as chartered engineers today must bear in mind that the most important factor when executing your role as engineers would be the establishment and implementation of the appropriate standards when carrying out all your activities. So we must first establish the basis for success. Unless there are standards, there is no need for engineers. Now here comes the topic of engineering potential, or the potential of an engineer. When pursuing the assurance of standards, it is crucial that engineers explicitly present their capabilities. Otherwise, some other professionals would take over their job. The potential of engineers enable decision makers and the general public to be aware of the outstanding problem-solving strength possessed by any professional engineer. That's our strength. In this regard, the IESL has to play a very vital role and a lead role, or the lead role. All of us who have qualified as chartered engineers are aware of our immense potential to serve our nation. The question is, how would the others know this? The capabilities in areas such as design, supervision, administration, dispute resolution, documentation, etc., both at desk or base level, and at executive levels must be recognized and documented, enabling a professional engineer to compete with other professions. Today, engineers work in a fiercely competitive professional environment. In this, many others strive to seize the ranks which should be duly filled by professional engineers. Hence, there is an urgent need to define the competency of an engineer. This means the lower and upper thresholds or upper bounds of competence of a professional engineer must be very well established. Such definition must be done in a quantitative manner. I repeat, in a quantitative manner, specifying the number of years, the capabilities you possess while you are practicing as a professional engineer. Such an effort will rise the professional engineers and our institution from strength to strength. Now today, there is one final point I wish to make in this speech. This is a very important one, because any normal person would prefer to have a cake with icing, because that will improve the status of the cake. The cake with icing will automatically stand out in a crowd. The quality of a good cake would gain a better recognition if it has good icing. Let me tell you about the icing for the professional engineer. Many professions identify their status when their name of a professional is written in a piece of paper or in a document. In a world where many professions are mushrooming, it is important for public to recognize chartered engineers from others or other engineers. Hence, I suggest that the institution of engineers, along with associated institutions, must work to have a prefix CH-Eng or FE-Eng to represent the chartered engineer and the fellow, to be used for fully professional engineers of the IESL. Such labels would extend a better recognition for the immensely capable chartered engineers who are coming out from our esteemed institution. The graduation and induction ceremony, which is being held today, is a display of the strong commitment of IESL towards strengthening of engineers and engineering profession, which in turn ensures a sustainable world for our future generations. It also shows how engineers can demonstrate their excellence by winning awards. I'm extending my sincere best wishes to all of you who earned engineer and professional engineer status and qualified for celebration today. I also extend my sincere appreciation to all those who have earned their awards today. Let me again thank all of you and all at IESL again and conclude. Before I conclude, let me also thank your President-elect, Dr. Kamal Laksre, who has been a strength to my institution, which is Construction Industry Development Authority, which needs a very strong